Welcome back to Midnight Gaming. My name is Mystic Nightmare, and yet again I will be your host, like there's ever going to be anybody else that's going to be your host. And as you can see, we're back on Minecraft, and we haven't really done much work. Okay, well, let's be honest here. We've actually done quite a bit of work. But I decided to do a lot of this work because it's mainly just grinding. As you can see, um, all I've really been doing is using the cobble generator, farming some trees up, and cooking them in the cookers. And that's basically it. What I've done is if we go over under here, you can see that I made a nice platform of cobblestone, and that cobblestone is actually on the bedrock level, which is actually a little sign right here that shows underneath this block is the bedrock. So all I really did was just farmed up a bunch of cobblestone, cooked it up in the furnaces, and just went ahead and laid a layer of the new stone down, so it would help raise the level of the island, and on top of that, make it look a lot better. Because let's face it, cobblestone's pretty ugly. It's very it's not used for really anything aesthetically, other than a few different styles of maybe houses or whatnot. But other than that, it's very basic. You can kind of see everything that I've done. Just laid out a bunch of dirt, threw some water in between it, harvested, replanted, harvested, replanted, harvested, replanted. Pumpkins, watermelons. I'm having a little bit of a problem with the wheat. I let it grow to the full size, and the most I ever really get from it is one seed per plant. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I'll have to just keep experimenting with it, whatever. 4 furnaces thrown up, nothing big. And I went ahead and I built this automatic. It's not really fully automatic, but it's close to an automatic. It's semi-automatic. You do have to come down here and pick up your cactus, but it is a cactus farm. And it's the normal cactus farm that everybody builds. Once the cactus grows, when it's next to a block, it automatically breaks. And if it doesn't fall on top of the cactus and get destroyed, then it falls down into the water and it gets brought to here. This is a very, very, very easy, farm to make. It's basically simply the 3 sand with blocks, separating them. You got 2 blocks above the cactuses in between. The cactus grows, it pops off, and it falls down. Just like that. Very simple. That was perfect timing. Anyway, it's just basically a single block all the way around everything. All the way around, the entire the 3 cactus. Wow, can't talk English, not good. And basically, it's just 1 bucket of water. That's it. And depending on where you put the bucket of water, it'll either be empty down here or it'll be empty on this side. If I put it on this side, as you can see, whoops, if you put it on this side, this corner, it flows perfectly in between them, and that side's the empty one. If I put it on this side, which is the side that I want it on, it flows perfectly. They go in between each other, or the water goes in between each of the sand, and it gets dropped off right here. Now when we get high enough level and I'm able to get it, I'm going to put a hopper right here. I'm going to take this block out and I'm going to put a hopper right here. I'm going to take this block out, and below this block I'm just going to put a chest where the hopper leads into. That will turn it into a fully automatic farm. However, there is a slight problem with this farm that everybody who builds them has, and that's basically sometimes, every now and then, when the cactus grows and it pops off the top, it will actually fall onto one of these blocks right here, and it won't get taken down by the water into where it needs to be taken down. The simple, easy way to fix that is just to build a wall around it that's too high. So basically here and here. And you just build that wall around it, and that prevents it from actually breaking off and falling down onto one of these outside blocks right here. So fairly easy to build, nothing big, and you can extend it all the as far as long as you want. All you have to do is just build up. And I'm not going to do it right now because it's kind of hard to explain. It has to do with the water going 8 blocks long and you breaking the eighth block, and then the water continuing from that eighth block that you just broke for another 8 blocks. It's not difficult to do, but I'm not going to do it because right now I'm not going to try and explain it to you right now because it's better to show you if I decide to do it that way. We also might decide to do it a different way. Honestly, we really don't need the cactuses, but it's kind of cool to have a cactus farm. You can just do a simple 9x9, put your water in the bottom, have your cactus floating over the top of it on top of the sand, and just have it all just flow into one area, into a hopper. We might do that a little bit later if we get bored or whatnot. Now, as you can tell, I've got the birch trees. How did I get the birch trees? Well, I finished a challenge, this challenge, the die maker. Now, I got to thank Scoobs for that because he's actually a little bit ahead of me on his island building. He was able to build a big enough cactus farm where he was able to complete this, and then he gave me another 32 cactus. I had about 10 at the time. He gave me 32 cactus. I was able to make the die maker, which gives you saplings. Now, I like oak as far as looks are concerned when it comes down to the wood. But when it comes down to really producing a lot of wood, the birch produces the same amount, but they have a level limit that they grow height-wise. So those are a lot better because you don't have to worry about huge trees growing and then you having to take a bunch of time to cut them all down. So I went ahead and planted the birch just like he did on his island, and I've just been farming those up and I've been using that as fuel to go ahead and cook the stone. Other than that, there's not really much been going on. It's basically just farming cobble and turning it into the stone, and basically just replacing everything that was on the cobblestone platform, and I'm starting to extend it out, as you can see. It will start to extend out further past the cobblestone. So there's not really much else that's going on. Now you're probably wondering what this is down here. This is the start of the mob grinder. And this is how I always start my mob grinders. Basically, this is where I'm going to stand. And they're actually, a lot of people like to drop their mobs 21 blocks. But I don't. I drop them a full 24 and I kill them. Where these blocks are here, underneath the water, I will have 4 hoppers. I will then take these 2 blocks out and I will put a long chest here. I will then place glass over the long chest so the witches that don't die aren't going to be able to get out and hit you, and you can pretty much stand here and just AFK and get a bunch of your materials. However, I do like to modify this so it is an experience grinder as well. So basically what I do is right here is a 24 block drop, and I just go up 3 blocks and and this is actually going to be the tube that they fall down, and I just make a platform around the tube and I put in pistons, so when I flip a switch the pistons push blocks in and they close off the tube, so it's a 21 block drop. Fairly simple to do, and then there'll just be a ladder onto the side you can climb up, and you can just sit there and kill them on the top. Then when you're done and you want to just AFK and just get the items, you flip the switch again, the blocks come back out, and you get a full 24 block drop. Problem with this is you need sticky pistons. So hopefully by the time we get this done and by the time we get advanced enough for that, we'll have the shop up. If not, then we're going to have to extend the island out far enough to find a slime block area, which isn't very hard, and then we can go ahead and kill some slimes to get some sticky pistons going. So I think what I'm going to do is for the next episode, I'm going to go ahead and use this time to prepare, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of these types of block here. I can't even remember this type of block name. completely slipped my mind. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning right now. And I just wanted to do an update on the island. Alright, stone bricks. Duh. There goes my brain. So anyway, so all I've done is, you're probably wondering why I've got the water in here. Well, basically what I like to do is I like to take stacks of the stone bricks, and I climb up on the top of here, and I just go straight up 24 blocks. Then I drop down into this water, I climb back up, and I go up another 24 blocks. And I just do it all the way around. It makes for an extremely fast fall tube creation. And it's kind of easy to get down and get back up. And you definitely want to do two, because your fall, sometimes if you do one, man, you do die. I don't know why, you do take the damage. So I'll put a ladder up on the side here, and for the next excuse me, for the next episode, we'll just go ahead and quickly, I'll show you how quickly it can be built, as long as you just got your preparation for the tubes ready done, and how fast you can get up and get down. So that's basically it on that. That'll probably take up the next couple of episodes, just building that. It's going to take quite a while. I may just make it one episode and just completely build it all up. I have something new that I've tried once or twice, but I haven't done it on servers that work very well, and that is in the ravines, the water ravines up top, you place trap doors on the side and keep them open. So the mobs think that they can step out onto the trap doors, but they can't, and they fall through easier. I wanted to try it on a Skyblock server because you don't have to worry about all of the other holes and stuff that's on economy that you don't get that already have mobs in it, so you can't get a lot of mobs spawning in your mob spawner. And I want to see if it works a little bit better than not having those traps on. Some people say they do, some people say it does, they don't. We'll do the experiment ourselves. Wow. Yabba. No talky good. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it on the update on the island. The island level is 20. So far, we've used the sugar cane to make paper, and we've gone ahead and finished that. We got a couple clay blocks and some extra sand blocks. Haven't gotten to the bread maker yet because I'm having such a hard time with this wheat. It just doesn't like me in the Skyblock for some reason. The die maker's done. Cobblestone maker's the first one they usually do because it's super easy. And I think this is probably going to be one of the biggest pain in the butts right here, is the melon seeds, the pumpkin seeds. That's just going to take time. And the stew maker, I actually know how to make a semi-automatic mushroom farm, but honestly it really doesn't produce as fast as I would like. The best thing to do is just go to the nether. And the awesome thing about this server is the nether is possible. It is possible. Yes. So hopefully we can go ahead and get some extra lava buckets. I'll craft, I like to say I craft a obsidian portal, because I don't really take obsidian blocks and place them. I just build cobblestone around, I put lava inside it, and then I just dump water on it, and it kind of crafts the obsidian portal. So I'll probably just end up doing that and going to the nether and just getting all the mushrooms I possibly can, because the mushrooms in this are just a pain. Growing mushrooms sucks. Let's just face it. But I think we can get the bread maker and the glass maker done quickly, so we may not even have to worry about the stew maker. Maybe we'll just worry about it later. But right now, it's not even looking like it's a possibility. So, and it looks like Scoobs has got his grinder up and running. And I'm kind of wondering, should I go over there? I want to see it. It looks cool. Because this thing is a behemoth. It is a behemoth. It's probably going to be the same size as my islands, but I mean, look at that monstrosity. It looks like a regular sized one, but he's actually made it to where it splits the mobs. Well, he drops at 21 blocks. He drops them 21 blocks, and then they get split in the middle and they come down two different water areas. And I'm just, look at that. He just, what a monstrosity. And this is actually set up to where you can get things are blowing up. You can make the skeletons shoot the creepers, and you can get records from it. I don't know exactly how he's going to do it from here. I think he's got to have a lower area or something like that. Maybe that's what these are for over here. So let's see. You would come and stand over here, and the skeletons would see you jump as they jump, and they shoot at you or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly how he's going to do it, but that thing is definitely a behemoth. It is a monstrosity. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick update on the island. A quick update that really wasn't quick. Look at that. Look at that thing. It is really working well. That thing is really going. So anyway, yeah. I don't know what that's about, but so there's an update on the island. Stay tuned. Like I said, maybe the next episode we'll go ahead and I'll be completely ready for our mob grinder. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as cool as his. I don't think it's going to be fairly simple, and that's kind of just the way that I like to build things. So his is pretty creative. So stay tuned. Keep gaming. Do it at midnight. Appreciate you guys' support and your help and everything else and all your comments. Keep it up, and I'll keep making movies and videos. Technically, they're not movies. And yeah, thanks a lot, and take care. We'll see you guys later.